Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Mystic High Priestess Tarot. This is the yearly 2025 reading. We will start with February. I'm a little late on these. I'm so sorry. It does work for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and those who have a lot of Gemini in their chart. All right. And I will let you know um, if you do resonate or you like this type of reading, please let me know by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Comment below as well on anything else you would like to see different or what you did like about this so that when we do next year's, I can amp it up a little bit. All right. And please note, I am only on YouTube. I'm not on any other platforms. So if anyone hits you up for a reading or approaches you, no, that is not me. I will never do that. I do have private and personal readings open if you would like one. The information is in the description box below. So right below the title, you'll see a brief description. Click on the word more, and the rest of the information will be listed there. I have meditated on your energy and been shuffling the cards for quite some time to where they are flying out like crazy, so they are ready to go. Let's get this going here. That was different. All right, so we're starting February with Strength, March, Magician, April, the Ten of Wands. Very interesting energy. May, the Ace of Cups. June, the Emperor. July, Death. August, the Ten of Coins. September, Judgment. October, the Three of Cups. November, the Eight of Swords. December, the Queen of Wands. Forgive me, I had to cough. I'm just getting over a cold. And every once in a while, I still have coughing fits, so I apologize for that pause there. All right, let's clarify this. I'm actually nervous, Gemini, to do your reading. The only advice I could give you right now, and this is a bit of a side story, which is kind of going into a personal read for somebody, but I've got to get it out there. I'm going to touch on it briefly. If you are doing something, oh my goodness, that takes me back to the January Gemini reads. Wow. All right, pieces are coming together. I didn't even realize it was Gemini until just now. And because last month in January, the Geminis had to be broken into 4 different groups. There were so many messages for Gemini. And I've never experienced that before in my life. They got all 4 6s right in a row out of a deck that's been shuffled 1,000 times. So I've never in decades seen that happen. So it was a whole new experience. I went with Spirit on it. There was a group that either was doing something wrong or something was being illegally done to them. It's showing up in this yearly read as well. And the only sign that's prominent is Leo. So either you're doing something to a Leo or a Leo is doing something to you. But I am seeing Judgment, an Emperor, Strength, Death, Eight of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Coins. If you're doing something for money to cause the downfall of another human being, and it's against the law, or you know of it and you're not coming forward, now would be the time, because this year it's all going to play out. All of it. And judgment is coming down to give you one last chance. It just doesn't look like you're going to take it. Okay. That's for those Geminis who saw the January monthly and saw what's going on there. Let's clarify this, because that is not going to be for all of you, but I had to get it out of the way. Justice. Anyway, I called the Strength card, and the confirmation is Justice. I use these for additional confirmation. Yeah, the skills are going to balance in February. It's going to take some strength, or if this is a Leo is going to get Justice. You or the Leo. But, and just as I said that, I hear a kid screaming outside my place, which is just like, must have to go inside and doesn't want to. Somebody screaming bloody murder to go against the grain. All right, so strength, justice, and love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. All right, so to balance these scales, it's going to take a lot of strength. And in February, it's going to evolve around love. There is it's going to take great strength to bring this love back into balance. But it can be done. All right, so in March, we have the Magician, a manifestation with the Four of Cups. In other words, God's intervening. So you're going to want to manifest something or get something to go your way. God's intervening and saying, "Oh, no, 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 no. I know you want those three things. But here's the cup that you need. This is that cup of love back in February. And you're going to be discontent with it. You're not going to want to follow that path." And then you got the palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. That's what's going to be needed in this situation, because God is bringing in the solution, but you don't want to accept it. All right, going into April, the Ten of Wands. So we can see all of this is becoming very burdensome, and you're carrying that weight in April for the Star. Somehow, all of this that's playing out, you are willing to go the extra mile, carry the heavy burden to get a wish come true, but you are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, at any point, if something looks like it's going to harm you or put you in danger or jeopardize you, you are out. And Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. With the 10, you want it to end, whatever this is. You want it over. That's what you're manifesting. But God is saying, no, it can't just go away. And you're realizing it's a heavy burden. You want to end the cycle. Again, with a fire sign. Leo energy is all over this. So I don't know if you've got something going on with an Aquarius or a Leo. But come April, you want it to end. Put it in the coffin, bury it, get rid of it, start fresh. But I feel resistance against that. But going into May, we have the Ace of Cups. So we have this beautiful energy. Now, this is that cup that God offered back in March that now finally it's because I don't think you took it. In May, it's going to resurface. What God wants, it's going to be. You have so much free will, but when it interferes with the purpose, it will happen regardless. So you can't defy that. Ace of Cups, the Hierophant. That's exactly what I said. So there's God saying, yep, it's going to be my way now. Whatever stuff is going on behind the scenes, God's exposing it. And in May, saying, hey, we're gonna start this over. We're gonna use this cup of love because that's the way things were meant to be. You've had enough time to make the transition yourself. It's not happening. And God's stepping forward, and you have wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So, and that goes with the Hierophant, which is commitment. So, for a lot of you, this is going to end, and it's going to be put in the coffin. This could be relationship wise or job wise. You're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're like, I just don't know what to do. I do want to end that and have something new. And finally, this cup of love, which is this unconditional type love that's coming through that you don't want initially or you don't take it, ends up becoming everything in your world in May, and you're going to be committed to it because that's what was meant to be. Come in June, then we have the Emperor. So now the Emperor is a mastery of all the kings, all the, runs the world, has the final say, rules with the Empress, who is growth and nurturing and loving of all things on the side. And let's see how in June, which, that's a Gemini month, how that plays out. If you're in your power, 7 of Pentacles. So that is planting the seeds and seeing how they grow. Feels like conniving energy, though. But you're in your power. And Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting hesitation. The hesitation would be the 7 of Pentacles. So you're in your power from this commitment here. And this new love, it's growing. It's definitely growing. You're waiting to see, though, I think you're going to kind of take a pause. You're going to stay in your power. You're going to take a pause on it and see what happens. But then we have death and transformation. So either this is going to transform into what you wanted versus what you didn't want previously in July. 4 of Pentacles. It's something you don't want to release. You don't want to let it go. You don't want to let something go. And it just feels like this is very money driven. Money hungry. Because we move into the 10 of Coins next. So what is it that this death in July, this transformation that you don't want to go through, that's going to give you your pot of gold? Passion, insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. So again, I'm seeing this Hierophant offer that's going to be coming to you. Again, love or career, or family that you don't want to take. It is a higher commitment. It's there. You're stalling it and then saying, well, yeah, but if the person just looked a different way, or they were a different way, or they acted a different way, um, or you have immense passion to change a situation, transform it, to hold on to it. Then in August, you have the Ten of Coins. Now, this is the Pirate's chest. This is having all you desire, security, comfort, family. It's normally a beautiful thing. And then we have the Emperor again. I hate to say this, but for some of you, a senior member of your family, like a father, grandfather, could pass. They were the ruler, the emperor. So between June, July, and August, watch over them very carefully. You don't want to let them go. And the Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, reconciliation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power is exactly what the Emperor represents. So the Emperor is leaving a great fortune. This is going to come from revelations, the truth, power. It could also come from inheritance. So for those of you going through that, I'm so sorry, Gemini. Let's see, September we have Judgment. So that's like a rebirth, a restart, we've learned our lessons. We've gone through some really rough times. Let's beg for forgiveness and start over. And we get Death again. So it has something to do in September with this transformation that you're fighting. And this Emperor. And I'm drawn back to January reading, and right now, I'm just like, it's eerie. Is somebody involved in trying to literally kill somebody for money so they can hold on to what they have? That's how this is reading out. That's only going to be a select few, I hope. Because that would be a really awful thing. And it wouldn't be one person, there'd be a group of people, and this emperor is running the show. I think you're just, Gemini, a clog in the machine. All right, so this death is transformation acts, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. So relationship-wise, this is a relationship that's going back and forth, and you're supposed to let go, and God's giving you something else, but you don't want to let go of what you have, but you're supposed to be over here with this, and it's going to come to an end whether you like it or not, and you're going to fight it terribly. And if it's career, it's going to be you're supposed to move on to a different career, but you don't want to leave what you have because it's financially sustaining, and but you're not happy. And there's judgment with this rebirth. In order to have that, you are going to have to transform. Something's going to have to separate. Something's going to have to break. Something's going to break down. It it you've got to release it, or you're not going to be able to be successful in anything. You're just going to sit with a broken heart regardless. because holding on to this heavy burden, and it could be a divorce as well. For a lot of you, it could just be it's time to move on, but you do love this person. You don't want to leave them. It's kind of like being in a narcissistic trap. And you really love them, but walking away is too hard. Huh. Flip side, I've seen this one other time now that I am recalling it as a personal reading. And the person didn't want to leave their relationship as they were in love and they were determined they could transform the relationship. The other person was already cheating and having affairs and involved in a lot of stuff that they weren't when the relationship started. They had transformed, but not into a better person. And even though that person chose to stay and fight for the relationship, the other partner did try to kill them. And luckily, everything turned out good. The person's okay. But they had all these warning signs to leave, and they chose not to. And oh, I just got goosebumps bringing all that back because it followed the same exact pattern. And I certainly hope that's not happening to you this year. This is going to be a rocky year for you. There's no doubt about it. There's good times and there's bad times. It's going to be really rocky. It's going to be really rough. It looks like there's going to be loss, but God's trying to bring good things to you. You just don't want to let go of what either, it's something you created and you don't want to let go of that. You don't want to abandon ship. You don't want to lose your 10 of Pentacles. Starting over is so hard, but it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. You're fighting a losing battle. Because when God's involved and justice is involved, and the Emperor's here twice, you're just going to tie yourself up into something it's inevitable. And the pain's going to be even worse. But let's look at the Three of Cups here for October. That is a celebratory energy. So it could be after this separation that things get better, that we do find that there's something to celebrate and move on towards. And it's the Two of Pentacles. So there will be some juggling, some moving around, some parts that don't fit just perfectly at that time, but you're going to be working with others. Others are going to be happy for you, happy with you. And then you have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. And that could be the Three of Cups too. So happiness and juggling. Again, if this is the relationship that's falling apart, that God's trying to push you in a different direction to a different relationship and you're holding on for dear life. If you stay in it, if it doesn't transform in September, October, you're going to find out about the third party. Or you're going to be seduced into a third party and have to juggle things around. Which is very possible because in November you have the Eight of Swords. That's feeling mentally restricted, trapped. It can be my jail card. Somebody did something, got busted, and now they're in jail. And that's clarified by the Seven of Swords, which is the Thief card. So that's jail. you or this significant other is probably going to either abscond with everything, leaving you bare, end up going to jail, and then we have the butterfly relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I think there's going to be forced time apart. Somebody's going to take off and leave and abandon the other one. So even though you don't want to give up that Ten of Pentacles, somebody's going to steal it from you. Probably this third party. And then you turn into the Queen of Wands, which she's fierce. This is not a Queen of Wands to be messed with in December. And I got a gut feeling that from all of this. And then it finally comes to an end because I think the third party relationship is the one that's involving, and you have to go back and you feel completely mentally trapped, robbed of everything, and now having to heal your inner child because that's what's wounded and at the surface. This Queen of Wands steps in and gives you options and choices. This could be a person, this could be you saying, hey, I'm confused, but there is a fire set in me and I'm moving forward. I just don't know what direction to go in, or it could be a Queen of Wands coming in to give you options and possibilities. And healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Yeah. So, as traumatic as it's going to be, this is something you have to go through. You are going to fight it tooth and nail all year. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your super happy moments where you think, see, I'm glad I didn't leave this person, but a lot of it's going to be a fraud, just something to get you to hang in there. Again, this really, really reminds me of the person who tried to kill their partner, did end up in jail, and there was a third party involved, and it was pretty much the third party's fault how it all ended up. That definitely was a situation where tarot came in hand and the person had warning signs, and they were able to watch for certain things that actually saved their life. But it was also divine intervention. It was meant to be. That person needed some guidance, and God intervened with the cards and gave them the guidance they needed. And what God's trying to say here is God doesn't want to watch you go through this, but you have your free will. You're going to do what you're going to do. And you can fight it all you want, but come the end of the year, you're going to be wounded. You're going to have to heal. Somebody will come in and help you heal. You won't have to go through it alone. So there is a Queen of Wands out there that understands your situation and is going to be there for you. But it's going to be one heck of a journey, Gemini. One heck of a journey. Let's see what you get. For an oracle card here. All right, we got the Rainbow Prince. It's really funny because when I was pre-shuffling this one came up too. Compensation and perseverance. So you're going to be fine. It's going to feel like you're losing everything in your life, but you're not. God is going to compensate. God is going to preserve you. God is going to take you to the next level. You are safe. And He has this great happiness for you. if you could just let go of what you think you want that's actually hurting you. All right, that is what I got for you. That is the craziest, weirdest yearly reading I have ever done in my life. Again, I shouldn't be surprised because the January Gemini readings were absolutely insanely crazy. So I don't know. God's got his eye on you guys. I don't know what it is, but this is going to be almost supposed to be Age of Aquarius, but this is the year of Gemini. For sure, you guys are baffling me so much as to what is going on with your energy. I have a Gemini moon, so that scares me. Sometimes I can relate to my moon a lot more than my sun, but luckily my Scorpio rising usually takes over everything. So I'm most attached to my rising sign. Good luck. Um, if there's anything further you want from this or you're relating to this in any way, let me know in the comments and we can do a couple videos to dig deeper into some of this because this could be, I could spend hours on this because it's going to be quite the year. So, um, good luck, Gemini, and God bless.